Hi guys, this is Richard again, and this is basically seconds after my last video finished for series 3. I thought, what the hell, let's just get this one done ASAP, since you might watched episode 1 yesterday in like the daytime as well. No wait, no I didn't, it wasn't the evening, watched it between 2 Bad Girls episodes, so around 7, but I should have done the video earlier but hadn't, but here it is now. So yeah, this is part 2, the one that I watched. Yeah, we just watched Casper film. We got it free. I don't know if it's because like an anniversary of... No, it's not an anniversary. We got Sky early 2020, but maybe they're just giving it away. We got the second It film for free back then, but we got Casper, the one from 1995, which was fun. I haven't watched that in years, and that was a good movie, so I watched Doctor Who before. And funny enough, it's not Halloween yet, it's tomorrow, but we basically got 2 Halloween films. Tomorrow's Hocus Pocus, and yeah, good strange timing. Today's Doctor Who episode was set in Elizabethan England, and it's an episode about witches. So yeah, how strange. Again, I'm not cheating these episode orders. I am legit from the first October watching one a day, and this just happens to be the one that came up, which is kind of cool. So yeah, basically they go back to the late 1500s to era of Shakespeare. He's basically trying to write a play called Love's Labour's Won, which of course never happened. It was Love's Labour's Lost. I don't have that much knowledge of Shakespeare, but I know about that mainly for the Futurama episode Love's Labour's Lost in Space, featuring the amazing Zap Brannigan. So yeah, basically they go back to that time, and witches are basically plotting to take over. They need like the words Shakespeare has his performers say, and it can just kind of bring their kind, the Carrionites, through to the present day where they'll just take over. And yeah, it's a really good episode. Again, nice, it's cool seeing it in the past. Previous past episode would have been, yeah, the Queen Victoria one, the werewolf one in series 2, and then what's series 1's past episode? That would have been, oh yeah, that was the 1800s one in Cardiff with Geff. So yeah, basically this is the era when witchcraft was over, witch burnings, that was over. Although Queen Mary burnt a lot of Protestants alive for her pro-Catholicism. So I suppose that's the closest thing you had to witch burning. But yeah, this is like, I suppose, the era where people didn't believe in witches and magic anymore, but maybe they could have gone, how they even mention it, mankind went down the way of mathematics, but what if they went down the way of magic? And this is kind of that what happened. Yeah, these witches are basically using Shakespeare's words to basically bring their kind back and take over the world. So yeah, really good episode, amazing special effects. Shout out to the actor Dean Lennox Kelly who plays Shakespeare. Obviously loved him as Kev in Shameless, and he was pretty awesome as Shakespeare. And again, it's just weird seeing Shakespeare like looking so young. I mean, how old was the actor here? Late 30s, early 40s, and of course we're used to Shakespeare with a big thing around his head, bald. You think zombie Shakespeare in that Simpsons episode. This, of course, guy looks nothing like that version of Shakespeare. Kind of like what they do with what's his name? The guy from the Tudors who plays Henry VIII, going through all the stages of his life, and yeah, he looks so different to like the main portrait of him. So yeah, back to the episode then. So basically, yeah, the Doctor and Martha end up in 1500s England, and they're there to witness the new Shakespeare play, which these witches are basically ensuring will happen, and they just basically have to stop them. So yeah, great moments in there. The bit where they use their like magic, basically a voodoo doll, to drown the guy who's going to stop the play from going through, and then like stab him in the heart. She then tries the same thing on the Doctor, stops one of his hearts because he's got a second heart, so he's okay. I mean, that's a thing. She's got a creepy bit at the beginning when the woman introduces her boyfriend to the family and transforms herself into a witch form. It's a change of that woman's constantly like going between her like beautiful human form to like her witch form. It's kind of odd that they kind of like randomly change her a couple of times, but she stays looking like she does in disguise. That's probably just a lot easier for like cheap and special effects and all that. But yeah, so plenty of great moments in the episode. A lot of great Harry Potter moments. This episode came out in April 2007, and Deathly Hallows came out, let's check this earlier, I think it was June. So yeah, nice line out, the Doctor cried when he read the 7th book. I won't go into details, but that could be anyone. Yeah, and they even use the word, and Shakespeare at the end has to stop witches himself. He basically improvising, using like the words that he can just create, which have got the power. And yeah, can't finish the sentence, so Expelliamus. Thank you, JK. And that's quite a fun moment. Yeah, they stop them, and the witches get imprisoned in this giant crystal ball for eternity, and you can see them there screaming like, yeah, this you're going to see a similar punishment later in the series. And yeah, it was a fun episode. It's like, yeah, quickly put that away somewhere safe. And of course, there's great moments of Shakespeare trying to, coming on to Martha, which is awesome. Again, that's something you're going on with Rose, like, bed constantly, like, all over her. Fair play, can't blame him, but yeah. Martha might be just in Shakespeare if it wasn't for his Elizabethan era bad breath. But yeah, it's a fun episode. One problem, and this is what I mentioned in the last episode, the whole shadow of Rose. So go and find really one scene that mentions it. If you ignore the whole this is just one trip, like stupidity, which we know doesn't mean anything. There's this bit where like the doctor's like lying on the inn bed trying to work out what to do, and he's like, Rose would have worked it out just like that. You're just a beginner, you'll be gone tomorrow. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, Martha seems like quite a confident woman. It's like she just puts up with like this abuse. It's like, yeah, sorry, it will only, I'm avoiding too much on later episodes, but it is only going to get worse. And again, if they just cut that one scene, it would have been great. And it's like, again, the last episode showed how good Martha is. Rose never could have worked out how to operate basically a radiation gun in a hospital. And it's Rose would have figured out. How exactly? How would Rose have figured out how to like stop the witches that are like basically killing people using magic? Yeah, like, come on. And yeah, I get it. Doctor's grieving, although it's not like he's never lost a companion for hell. Someone mentions it in a later episode. Doctor, you're not the only person who lost someone. It's like, yeah, not many people have died in any era of Doctor Who, and Rose didn't even die. But it's like, Jesus, yeah, just man up, move on, breathe for like you've had the time to, but don't put what's basically you're just viewing as a replacement down like this. No, and again they're pushing the romance thing. It's there. It's like, and again, why the hell would Martha, be in love with someone who effectively going on about his ex all the time? Like, seriously, no. It's just terrible writing. And when my RTD returns next year, I'll just pray he's not going to do this sort of stuff again. It's just someone really should have reined this in. And the thing is, this wasn't even one of his episodes that he wrote, as far as I know. It's like similar thing in the Sideman 2-part, whenever Rose being a complete bitch towards a woman she doesn't even know because she was talking to the Doctor. It's like, yeah, just why did they write this stuff in? But yeah, that's my rant over, but it'll only get worse. That's my thought. So yeah, basically that's the end. The witches are beaten and imprisoned forever in a big glass ball. Shakespeare fails to seduce Martha, even though he's got a wife. And the Queen shows up and does Doctor, my mortal enemy, off with his head. And then there's men going at him with like swords and arrows. It's great, and you just know that has done something to her, but he hasn't yet. I love it when they use time travel for good effects like that. So yeah, so great episode, amazing special effects. You can see Doctor Who's taking this form, and something we mentioned in series 2. It didn't really bother me that much, but watching some reviews, yeah, a lot of people said they felt David Tennant wasn't 100% comfortable in the role. Maybe he wasn't like, he was still trying to get the character down, and I can, thinking back, I can see it like that, but it. Not so much now. He's obviously got it down, running. He knows exactly how to play the role, and he's done a great job. So yeah, great acting, great writing, minus that one pro Rose scene. Great effects. It's cool seeing something set in the past again. No matter what we think about the BBC, they know how to do historical accuracy, and that shows they've got records of, and all the historical stuff, fiction based in that time. So no issues there whatsoever. So yeah, that's it. Other main things from the episode. I always remember something after this is done, so I wrap it up too quickly. I think that's pretty much it, actually. The power of a word, totally. Read a good book. Is that the message they're trying to say? Oh, well, at this time, Harry Potter, I didn't get into Harry Potter for quite a while, but I know people who bought it on day one. Hell, I was working the night it came out opposite of Waterstones, and yeah, that was a good time, 2007. But yeah, that's it then. So, random thing for the day. What the hell, I suppose. As you can tell from this video, I feel a lot better, but not full strength, but I'll definitely be back for work soon. And yeah, at least time off. I should have read it, but how little I've read of this book. I know I read it before, but I've got a gigantic list with library books pending once they come available. So yeah, I probably ought to get back to this soon. And the game Fantasy Star 2 on Mega Drive, Xbox 360, nearly done, so that's it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this vid and all the random stuff I just came up with at the end, and I will see you next time.